Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all having a great morning. Oh, I see. Chase, you have another question today. How can we take better care of ourselves energetically? Good morning, Carrie and Cavell. So we will answer that question today, but I happen to have another visitor who has been talking and working all morning and would like to come and to speak to everyone here. So first, let me bring in Mother, Father into our hearts and all the phylums of the angels and the ascended beings and all those of the universe who are walking their journey and are wanting to feel a greater energy to support them and answers on their path. And let's say our mantra. I am the soul. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. So I'm going to hand the floor over to Paul the Venetian. And perhaps some of you aren't aware of the ascended beings, and here's his image. And let's take a note of what his expertise is in, experiencing grace. And he is of the third ray of Orion and the pink light, but also has the healing. And the comment here on his card is, share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So I'm going to give him time for you to hear what he has and would like to say to you here on Thursday. And I hope you will enjoy it. All right. A little bit different than Jesus. All right. And well, it is good morning to everyone. It is a wonderful opportunity for us all to be able to have a voice upon the energy of the earth. I'm quite impressed with the group I have in front of me, and I say, good work. And yet, there is always more work. There are higher levels to move and become awake and conscious of. So this is what I'm going to talk about with you. And I believe, as it has been mentioned and questioned here, is about grace. This is not to say that Mother TheoSophia did not answer that question effectively, but it is that which I teach and experience. So let's just contemplate for a moment the word grace. And when you think of grace, you think of a gentle, swift movement like the wind, bringing a leaf from the tree down to the river. And I would say for you, that's where each of you begins and needs to begin. How do you place energy into your world? Sometimes, perhaps not knowing and understanding, you are fearful. Other times, you are judgmental, disturbed, angry, and perhaps even others. You don't want to be involved. So let me say to all of you, there is nothing about that which is in this world and the universe that you are not required on a level of your spirituality to be involved in. For this earth, this universe lies within you. So, grace. Grace is the ease in which this Disturbance. Mm-hmm. I hesitate to use the word negative thoughts, but I wish to make a point with you. This must change. And you can hear me and you can let my thoughts go away from you. But I've come far to speak to you. Very far. And I've come because there is quality in the light here. And yet you must understand, I see your world through your eyes. And it is like I would see a fog. And there is a place where you can lift the fog away, for the fog is illusion. And it's based in being afraid to really own you. There is no be born, grow older, retire, leave. It isn't really a truth. And this is the gift that those who I hold reverent as Moses and other beings who lived for ages, they did not have this disturbing ability to make an excuse to the self. So perhaps it is for all of us to join together, and you can feel the lightheartedness and the joy it truly does bring to be free, to not have limitations, to not choose limitation, to define myself by limitation. It is not that which I do. So I am encouraging you as we speak of grace. We must look within the heart and ask yourself, how do you love? How do you love you? Let's look at that first. I can hear and see many thoughts coming through each of you about another time, another place. Are you ready to let that go? Are you ready to dissolve it and let it blow like the wind? Do you have something that's still going to teach you? For grace is beyond that. Grace lies without that stress, without that fog, without that illusion. So, I call in the angels of stress relief. How do you like that? And to whatever level you're ready to let go now, let them carry that away for you, because you must be a choice. It is how our Father has written it. Contemplate instead on who you really are. And many may say to me, well, then who am I? Yes, it is true. In this moment, in this period of time, you have been born upon the earth plane. Purposeful, from my point of view, and perhaps not yet for yours. For the earth desires to ascend. It desires to reach up into the heavens and become a part of the whole, a part of the one. To allow this to happen from all of you who have taken upon residency here must always also be upon that journey to lift up, to move into ascension, to be free and a part of the whole. So time. Do I have time? Is there time? The time you live by upon your world is a limited time. The time of the universe is ever what you need it to be. That's true. And yet there are some time when it's too late. And perhaps you say to me, well, you believe that it's never too late. Perhaps not. But then that would be another pattern to clear within it. If in truth you miss the boat, don't get the bus, too late for the plane that released itself. So, my friends, it is true. I'm a little bit more blunter than my blessed brother Jesus. But here I am. I come from the highest hierarchy, and I have lived the majority of my existence in the state of grace. And my words that come to you come filled with grace as you are experiencing it here with me today. Grace is freedom. Freedom from the walls. Freedom from the words that are limiting. Freeing from the illusions that you tend to claw to make the world happen. I'm requesting you to be free, to allow the illusions to be gone. Yes. I see movement. And I also still see doubt. That is fine. I do not question myself. So those thoughts of you questioning do not reach to me. I can see you making it, but it is fine. One day you will remember that you, in your human self, were graced by the voice of Paul the Venetian. He who teaches grace. And I say to you, the greatest message to give you is let it go. Let go of the distortion. Let go of the illusion. Let go of the identification that you require of yourself, especially when you disempower yourself by thinking it's necessary for other people to love you. This thought makes me the saddest, and I let it go. For it is never necessary, and it is not your truth. Let's place all your feet deep within the earth. Yes, perhaps your toes will get dirty or wet in the ocean. Do not let it bother you, for it is of a different consciousness, you see. We're talking about moving into a different level of consciousness. What do you feel about that? Grace is beyond human. Humans can choose to be in grace. So that says much to you, that you can begin to allow a frequency of a higher consciousness move quickly through the brain and access and transform and illuminate thought quicker. And this is going to now continue through your existence here upon the earth. It is going to move quickly. It is going to transform not only the brain, but the heart. For the brain will live within the heart. And that is the oneness that we're looking for, you see? Yes. Advancement is a choice. A grace is necessary. It is a depth of love, as if you're walking into a cave and the air, the energy within that cave is alive and it's glowing and it surrounds you and it becomes you. It holds you in a state of peace that there are not words to be spoken of. Can you join me there? Can you walk into that cave and let go? And allow that beautiful frequency of grace, the loving grace, to become a part of who you are? Can you? I desire for you to, but you are a choice. Do not be afraid. We are right here and you are at home. You're not going away. You're going within. Yes, grace. Allow it to settle as it comes to join you in your heart. Freedom. Freedom of illusion, freedom of criticism, freedom of judgment, and a great acceptance of your beingness as a human, as a soul, and as a spirit. I invite you to join me in the essence of grace. It is true, there are difficulties and perhaps even traumas all around those of you here upon earth. But when there are one in his name that sees it through grace, something is moving. And when there are a few in his name seeing it as grace, there is more. And eventually it will become all who will see with grace, and the world will become peaceful, and you will have created that which you desire, freedom. So my name is Paul the Venetian. I have traveled far on my own journey, I do understand. And I can never forget the moment when grace became me and I became grace. And the beauty of the world I could cherish and share. So, I won't be far. If you have questions that I need to ask, I will come and do so. I think for a few more minutes you need to sit within this energy, huh? But yeah. Oh, beautiful souls you are. And yet together, perhaps we'll meet again. I leave a guardian of grace with each of you for 1 week. If you choose to make your way into this cave within your heart and allow and call forth the essence of grace and let it swarm like a light of the deepest love and appreciation that you can even imagine, and it will grow, and your imagination will grow, and it will become larger as it becomes within you. So, not only do I wish for blessings for you, my friends, I wish you grace. My name is Paul the Venetian. Excuse me. So when you're ready, you can come back into the room. Thank you, Carol. All right. So he seems to be a very powerful being as he came through today. And I hope you got something from that and try that experience. So let's talk about, yes, you're right. It was a very powerful message. You can hear the clarity and the power in light the masters hold. Very nice. So, how can we take better care of ourselves energetically? So, get your pen and pencils ready because there's quite a bit that you can be doing every day. And certainly, I have had the complaints it's too much. So, I will give you a few things you can probably know about and can begin to do. For those students who work with me, there is a lot to do so that you begin the day in a positive way, not already fighting against you. So the first thing you need to do is to get rooted. And I know they've changed how things are, but somewhere on my videos, in the beginning, there is a demonstration on the proper way to get rooted deep into the earth. And here's why it's important. Because if you are not rooted deep into the earth, you are in fight or flight, meaning that something emotional has happened and you're way up in the sky and you have a distorted seeing of things. The only way that you can truly perceive what is really occurring in your personal world is to be rooted and grounded to what is happening, even if you don't like it. It is how you must be. And I'm going to go through it really swiftly here, but how you will have more of a substance to go by is it is on a video way back. It should be somewhere that I have in my videos. Okay? So we're going to first, you always put your hands up when you're going to reach out for Mother. Mother is existed in the earth. There are many divisions of mothers, like myself. Of course, I am not the only one that is a representative for Mother. There are many, many, and I am a nurturing mother. So you want to go down to begin to let yourself not only be in the earth and to be grounded, but to also begin to feel the love. So as we have our palms up, we call on the light of God from the great central sun and ask it to come down through the top of our channel, down through every chakra, passing it by, down into the root. And the root is a scarlet red. And there is a volcano energy on the left. And we take the lava of orange and red and move it over this energy, traveling down into and below your feet, which now we are on a deck below your beingness. There is a chakra at your feet. We are below that. And this is how you then get down to the earth. There are three options. You can either climb down a banyan tree, you can take a water slide, or you can fly. If you choose flight and you haven't done it before, your higher self will appear to fly with you. But there's also a great pyramid here on this level of the deck. It is your prosperity pyramid. It is covered with jewels all over the top. And it may be in this life you're in, there aren't many yet, but you will keep adding, or you may be someone that is loaded. So it is all about your prosperity consciousness here on this deck. So however you choose, let's all take a breath and go down to reach the bottom of the earth. And as you do so, I always stay awake and watch the levels of the earth go by me to know that I am still in movement. And then you will reach a point after you go so far, and there'll be a gap where that will not exist. And this is the gap before you move into the godliness of Mother. And then before you know it, your feet will be on the beach and deep into the gravel, the sand, the water, however it appears to you. And you will have come into the depth of who you are. For each being, no matter where you are, it will be approximately like from here in Florida, it is going to be as far as Hawaii is. You can look up upon the cliff and you'll see a small ranch home. Mother is where she lives and resides. And you can walk up there and there'll always be a corpiconia there with whatever you might need in food or drink. And you can sit upon her couch and share what you might be needing in that moment. And she will either be there or a different mother of her consciousness will be there to support you. There is a great fulfillment that comes to know that you can reach this place. So if you don't create it all the first time, keep working with it. You will get there. And as soon as you reach here, the energy goes back up through your body. And the question is, how many of you have your hands tingling? Yes, tingling. And it goes directly then up through the rest of your body and into your heart. And you are rooted. Now, the challenge is you want to learn to live this place every day, every second. So in the beginning, you might need to do it often. I remember I used to sit every hour and go through the process until I got to where I was in that root, present in my world throughout the day. It's a process. These things aren't snap your fingers and there it is, and you don't give the job to an angel. This is your development, your shifting of your consciousness into the platform as I'm sharing it with you. This is giving you connection to Mother and how to work with it to begin to develop yourself for it. Not just this way, but many others are existent. So as I answer your question on this day, this is a beginning of bringing that energy down through the channel, moving into Mother, and believing. Did I forget that word? Having it become so real that you feel it. You know you're moving towards it. You know that you have reached it. So while there will be those who just say, do this, I'm saying to you, if you really want this, you must believe it. Visualize it. Feel it. Become awakened by it. See and hold yourself walking differently upon the earth because you will be deep within the earth, not just up on the seabed. It's a difference. It's a big difference. It's a great difference. So, not to overwhelm you, this is going to be the first thing I suggest for you on how to begin to energetically take care of who you are, because if you're not rooted, you're a mess. So you must be rooted. You must bring yourself down from flying around up above you in fight or flight. Come down and face that which it is, for you won't be facing it alone. You will be facing it with the arms of Mother around you. Know it so. Believe it. All right? Whew. So, did that make sense to you? Chase. Oh, people have been writing. Let me see. Beautiful energy and very powerful. Good. A lot of powerful talking today, huh? Big shifts are coming. Is it because it's Christmas time? Well, perhaps it's a gift Mother and Father have chosen to give all of you. Jay says her hands are tingling and I was wrapped in a peaceful moment. Thank you. It can become a peaceful life, Chase, believe me. Each time it will become more. Yep. So, is it Christmas time? Not 100%, but part of it. It is because as we come here, we gather, we've slowly been growing. And if you haven't felt it, then perhaps I'm not correct. But I see development, I see movement, and more will be coming. So again, you have a great way of showing decisions. If you don't like it, you won't come. Or if you do like it, you'll tell others and there'll be more that we can touch to help heal the earth and to heal ourselves inside. Having myself balance energetically is the most important thing in my world. Because if I did not, I would not be able to hold that which I do or be who I am. So Kathy says moving. So go back to the beginning. There are some simple tasks and you will know them before I share them. All depending on how excited you are about it. You see, there's walking the path and there's truly being on the path. So I have spoken much. So much energy is here throughout the whole experience. I will give you a few moments. Yes, remember to do thumbs up. It'll help the channel if you enjoyed today. I'm going to assume that there will be probably more beings coming and speaking from the ascended realm and perhaps even Metatron. I don't know. But this is because I myself have grown. And that's why I know you have grown. So we're growing together. Yes, perhaps different levels. But it's all for the same benefit of becoming at one and allowing God's and Mother's love to touch us. So, one person I know who will be coming is the Buddha, for I am the Buddha. And when I went to Thailand, I was so very drawn to the Buddha. All right. Any questions? Anyone can get in real quick? I do not know why I'm here other than for you. Contemplate that. God has sent me here to be here for you. And that brings tears in my eyes and in my heart of the depth of his love. And Mother has agreed. Carol says, thank you for a powerful morning. Lovely energy. Love the visual grounding. And it becomes like secondhand. You don't want to dare leave the house without being rooted. And when you're in the car, you always say, God's driving the car. Always. No matter if it's just going a block away, God is driving the car. Just think about how much protection that gives you. All right. So, I know I need to have, today's been so profound and I've so far expanded, I don't have it ready. Thank you, Cheese. I don't have it ready to pick our name, but I will look through the things over the weekend and get all those names together, and I will pick on Monday. How's that? And it's a beautiful time, not just because it's Christmas, but because the world is in transition, and that's why we see so many what we would call disturbing things, but they're growing things. We must say hallelujah to those who are participating, because they're not staying quiet, and it's not just murmuring and moving like a mouse. It is coming out. It is giving people opportunity. Yeah, I need you to speak. God is driving the car. Maybe you haven't understood. Hold on. There is a greater power in speaking. That's the gift of Isis. You must use the voice. That sound flies on wings and moves through the earth, continual. It was always interesting when my grandson was little. Of course, Douglas would get in the car and say, God's driving the car. You could hear his little voice, God's driving the car. God's driving the car. It was so cute. So he has it within him. Well, good morning, crafty lady. And so now he knows he would never do anything. My daughter rides a motorcycle, and she has 4 angel bells, they call them, on her bike, and sees them on either side of her as she rides. So it's all powerful. It's all meaningful. And let's someday work on our intentions to get them so they're that powerful. God is driving the car, yes, ma'am, and the world is waking up. We are all doing it right here, right now. Thank you, Carrie. It is. It's some kind of big energy. It's been yours all along. Yes. Yes. All right. I need to scoot along. The world doesn't know what's happening to it today as I carry along this wondrous light that's within me, and I get to speak it and let it out and feel the enormous wonderment of God. Thank you for offering me the opportunity. Many blessings. And feel how much I love you all. I don't know where my button is. Bye.